Hello everyone. Welcome again to the course. So this outlines the generic part that we are going to cover as part of this course so that it will give you overall idea that what we are going to learn as part of this course. The first section, Section 1 will cover multiplying numbers near to 1,000, 1,000 and 10,000. Along with that we are going to look at some special cases and I am going to demonstrate how easy it is to multiply very high numbers but within few seconds. And I'm going to explain as well that how this formula or how the technique that I'm going to tell you how do it work, what is the logic behind it so that you can also develop your own technique and formulas to do multiple solution to the problems. And next thing we are going to cover finding the square of a number. In this case we are trying to find out square of a number. Again it is to some special cases like number nearing to 10, 10,000 and 100,000. And the third section will cover the number that can be multiplied with 99,999, 1999 and so on. And all the sections will be coupled with practice exercises. And I will demonstrate with multiple exercises how the trick works or how the technique works. And in the section 4 we will describe about Oregon. We are going to discuss about the generic way of multiplication in Sanskrit that is called Urdu Thiriak. So I am going to explain each and everything there that how we can do multiplication in a generic way which applies to any of the cases or any of the multiplication possible. But remember that section 123 will really come handy when you are hit with this specific cases. This specific cases will really solve your issue within few seconds, and fourth section will tell you the generic way of multiplication. So get ready to get introduced into a new world of mathematics, which is easier, faster and quicker. Thank you. Hello everyone. So this is the first section where we are going to look at the multiplication of the numbers nearing to 100,000 and 10,000 and so on. First we'll start with a small example and look at how different steps have been followed and what we are doing. And after that we can extend this to the higher numbers. So as an example, the first thing is that we are thinking of is 98 into 92. The very first step is that we need to find out these numbers are near to what? Very simple. These numbers are near to 100. So we call base as 100. So the first thing to remember here that our base is 100. Here 100 is our base. Now the next thing is that 98 is how much less than 100? It is 2 less than 192. Is 8 less than 100? Next, 8 into 2 we need to multiply. That gives me 16. Then I have to do 98 to 8 or 92 to 2, whatever I wish, 98 to 8 or 92. 2. Which is a cross subtraction, whichever gives me 90. So the answer is 9016. That's all his answer. Let's find out if the answer is correct using a calculator. 98 into 92, so that is 9016. That's all. Let's again check one more example here, which is 112 into 107. Here we should see that both the numbers are more than 100. Base is 100 but both the numbers are more than 100. So I can write how much more this is. This is plus 12 and the next number is 7. 107 is 7 more than 100. Now we need to multiply both the numbers 12 into 7, which gives me the number 84, and I need to do a cross addition that is 112 7. Or 10,712. Whatever I do, the answer is 119. So the answer is 11,984. Let's check if it is correct or not. 112 plus into 107. That gives you 11,984. That's exactly what we found out. So these are the small and simple steps that you need to follow to multiply any number nearing 200,000, 10,000. Whatever it is. So I will repeat the steps again. Let's again go through the process of multiplying 98 into 92. So 98 is 2 less than 100. That is the first thing we should do. 92 is 8 less than 100, then multiply 98 into 2, which gives me 16. Then either subtract 98, 8 or 92, 2. Why you are doing subtraction here? Because the numbers are less than the base, which is 100. But in the other case where we are multiplying 112 and 107, actually the numbers are more than the base, that is 100. So we are doing a cross addition. So very simple to remember: if the numbers are less than subtracted, if the numbers are more than added. So 98, 8 gives me 90, and 92, 2 gives me 90 as well. So this is 9016 is the answer. The beauty of Vedic mathematics is sometimes it gives us the techniques to check if my answer is correct or not. That is, here you can see that 98, 8 gives me 90, and 92, 2 also gives me 90. So this way I can actually cross-check if I'm missing something. There are also few more cases that we want to discuss that will be covered in the next lecture. So stay tuned for the next lecture. Thank you. Hi all. Welcome back. This is lecture number 2. Here we are going to discuss again about the same technique but little modification in the last lecture. I have attached some of the practice questionnaire is there. If you have not gone through those questionnaires, please do go through. That will make you perfect with the technique that you have learned. And also you'll find a need of new modification in the same technique because it will not able to solve you some of your problems. So question number 5 and 10 we are solving here, which you could not have solved using the old technique. So the question goes like this: 85 into 93. So in this case now, if you see here, 85 is 15 less than 193 is 7 less than 100. So which makes it 15 into 705 and 85 to 7 or 93, 15 whatever. It will give you 78. So is the answer 78,105. Let's check out with the help of calculator. So 85 into 93, which gives us 7,905. So of course our answer is wrong. So what went wrong here? What we should modify here? If you remember, I had told that our base is here. Our base is 100. That means on the right hand side, whenever you multiply the numbers, these two number, when we are multiplying, we should get a number which is of 2 digits. It cannot be less than 2 digits, or it cannot be more than 2 digits. But we have a case where we have a number more than 2 digits. Then what we should do? We should carry this number forward to this side as we do in case of normal addition. So what happens here? The 1 comes to this side now. So this becomes 79 and right side becomes 05. So now the answer is correct. So when you have a higher number that is not 2 digits number, and why we are trying to keep 2 digits on the right side, because we have taken the base as 100, so we can keep 2 digits on the right side. We have to keep 2 digits on the right side. Similarly, when the base is 1000, that means 1 has 30s, then we have to keep 3 digits on the right side, and the formula goes like that. So we can see the application of Indiana it in higher numbers. I will show you in the next lecture. So now this is very clear that since we got 105 on the right side, we took 1 as a carry forward to the left side of the number and added it to the number, and we got our answer. So with just a little bit of modification we got our answer. Similarly, now let's say multiply 103 and 102. Here 103 I can write 3 and 102 I can write 2. So 3 2 is 6, 032 is 105, or 102.3 is also 105. S is the answer. 1056. Of course it is not, because on the right side I told since the base is 100, we have to keep 2 numbers. But we got only 1 number after multiplying 3 into 2, so we should put this 0 before this. And that's all. Is the answer 10,506. Let's check out 103 into 102, so that gives 10,506. So this is quite simple, and little bit of modification we are doing and getting the same answer, or the same result we get in the very less time. So you might be thinking that why this modification is required. But just to give you an idea that how this technique works, you should just now try to remember the steps that we are following, which are really very simple. Nothing complicated here. When I will explain you why this technique works, or how this technique works, you'll be really able to map that why I'm taking a carry forward to the other side, or why I'm trying to add a 10 before a number if there is a less digited number is available on the right side. All this logic will really come to know. To add some points here, if you extend this principle, actually you can do multiplication of very high numbers, which you really will take some long time if you do in a conventional way. In this multiplication itself you can find out that you are saving a lot of time. Just think of a number where numbers are of 3 digits, 4 digits or 5-digit numbers, and you will be really surprised to see doing this following the same technique and then doing it in a very less time. So we will discuss that in the next lecture. So stay tuned for the next lecture and do go through the practice session attached to it. Thank you. 998 into 567, I'll tell you, give it a try with a conventional way and try to see how it looks like in a Vedic way. So, conventional way will really take you a 3-step solution to it, with having a lot of addition and a multiplication. Let's check out how we do it in Vedic way here. The numbers that we can think of is not near to 100, rather it is near to 1000. So in this case, our base is 1000. That means 1 has 3 zeros. So let's find out how less is the number. It is 2 less. Better to write it as 002, so that we will always try to keep 3 numbers on the right side. And 567 is how much less than 1000? Is 433 less than 1000? Now using our technique we need to multiply the right-hand side number, which gives us the number 4243. Sorry, fourth is just 6, 6 and 8, and here either you do 567. 2 or you do not do 998 into 433, because anyway it's a very big numbers to be differentiated wherever you know the result will come same. So better to take the smaller numbers 567, 2, which gives me 565. My answer is 565,866. That's all it stands. Just see how much time it is saving here. Let's take out another example to demonstrate this. we can take up 666 into 998. How less it is 334 and this is 002. So once you multiply this comes to 48,236,236, then 666,002. Which gives me 664. Let's take the calculator and check out both the sum. So first thing that I am going to check is 998 into 567. 565,866, absolutely correct. And the next one is 666 into 998. That gives me 664,668. That's also here. You can see how much time we are going to save by using these techniques. And I will tell you one more technique here. Sorry, not one more technique. I just want to extend it further to higher numbers. So let's check out a multiplication. I think whoever gets this kind of multiplication, they will be thinking that okay, I must avoid this multiplication. I'm just going to give a multiplication, but I suggest better you guys try once in a conventional way as we have learned till date and then try out in Vedic way. So the number goes like this: 999,9987 into 99,999 again and 1 o'clock. Really big numbers, very big numbers. How much? It is less than its contemporary number, which is near to 1 and some number of zeros. So we can write it as 1234, then 13. It is less than this is how much it is less than the nearest number which has 1 and some 5 zeros, sorry 6 zeros. And this number is less by 9, so that we can write and 9 o'clock. So now 13 into 9 we need to do actually, which gives us 117 and remaining zeros. We need to write because as you remember I told whatever base you take, if base how many ever zeros the base has, those many numbers we need to keep on the right side. So here if I take the nearest number it will come 1 and 6 zeros. So base will be 1 and 6 zeros. So that means we always need to keep 6 numbers on the right side. That's what we have done. Now either you do 999,987 minus 9, this minus, or this way minus. Whatever you do, you will get the result as 999,978. So our answer is 99997800117. I can guarantee you this multiplication on a conventional way will drive you mad, completely mad. And it will take a long time. And I'm very sure if you don't do with very much of concentration, you will surely make it wrong. So let's find out using calculator, is it correct or not? Because it's a bigger numbers. Let's find it out. So the numbers are 4/9 87 into 5/9 1. This calculator has given up that I cannot calculate it. Let's check out in another calculator. The numbers of 4 9s 87 into 5 9s 1. It gives me the answer. If you look at 4,978,117, our answer is absolutely correct. So this is the power of Vedic mathematics. So extend this formula to any higher numbers, you will get the result. So this is the higher number. We are just remaining with one more case I will describe in the next lecture, so please understand this technique and practice the question set I have attached to this lecture. It will make you more refined in your techniques applying to the higher numbers. Thank you.